Hey there, my geometry cats and kittens. Today we will be finishing up 10.1b. We started this yesterday. I think we would have done some definitions. You're probably watching this video the same day, but I thought it'd be pertinent to have this video. Today we're going to talk about area and circumference. I heard circumference was one of the knights at the round table. Waka waka. Alright. So we all know area is the amount inside of something, how much fits in it. And we measure area in square units, units squared. Because we measure area in square units, the area of a circle is that magic pi times r times squared. Okay? Now circumference is the distance around a circle. So if I were to take a string and put it around a circle and pull it off, it'd be how long is that string. Now, we all know circumference is equal, pi is equal to the circumference over diameter, right? Right? That's what pi is. I'll talk about it in class. I got a nice story about it. So from that, we can derive circumference is equal to pi times diameter, which is a good formula, but the one we're going to use more is 2 pi r. Because everything else with circles is in terms of radius, so we might as well keep things in terms of radius. And we all know radius is this length right here, and diameter is the whole length across a circle. Okay? So when I do these, I'm always going to get it in terms of radius, just to be consistent. You don't have to. You could do pi times diameter, and you'll be fine. But I like to be consistent. Alright. Alright, let's take a look at number 1. Number 1, find the area for 1 through 4 and circumference for 5 through 8. So for number 1, first thing I'm going to look for is a radius. And I have one because area equals pi times your r to the squared. Alright. So I'm going to go through. And I have a radius. My radius is 12. And I'm just going to plug it in. So I'm going to do pi, put in parentheses, times 12 squared. So my exact answer would be 144 pi. That's an exact, because pi is in the answer. Now the approximate answer would be when I actually multiply that out using my calculator and get 452.39. This is an approximate. Okay, that's the difference between approximate and exact. So now this would be 452.39 what? Meters squared. They're square units because you're measuring how many 1 by 1 meter squares fit inside that circle. Well, 452.39 or 144 pi would fit in it. Okay? Make sure you read carefully. I'm going to look for both of these. Alright, let's take a look at number 2. Now number 2, we're still looking at area. Okay. But now when I look at this, I don't have a radius. What is my radius? Well, this whole length is 18. So my radius would be half of that, which would be 9. So my radius is 9. It is not unknown anymore. So now I take this beast of an equation and I plug in 9 for my r. So that gives me 9 squared, an approximate answer of 81 pi. Or that's my exact answer, or an approximate answer of when I multiply that out of 254.47 inches squared, square units. Okay? Alright, I'm going to pause for a second. Alright, let's take a look at 5 and 7. Now here the direction said we need to find the circumference. So circumference is 2 pi r. Now this one's just measuring a length, so you don't need square units. So this one we have r. R is going to be 7. So I plug it in. So 7 times 2 is 14. So 14 pi is my exact answer. I'd never had to round. Now when I multiply that out using my calculator, I get an approximate answer. And for this one, I got 43.98. just millimeters now, okay? Just millimeters now, technically I put it. They aren't square millimeters because it's just a straight distance. Now when I do 7, circumference equals 2 pi r. Now for this one, my radius is half of 58, right? Which according to my calculations is 29. Now again, you don't have to do this step. You could just done 58 pi, but I want you to get used to finding the radius every time. So 2 times pi times 29 is my radius. So my exact answer is 58 pi. And my approximate answer is, when I plug that in a calculator, is 182.21 yards. Okay. I'm going to pause for a second. All right, now, but sometimes we know circumference of a circle, but we don't know its diameter. Like if you had a basketball or a baseball, you can't measure the diameter because it's curved. You can't put a ruler against it. You can guess. You can put a string around it and then measure the string and give you circumference and use that to find the radius. Okay, if you ask me in class, I'll show you how to do this tomorrow. So again, the diameter of a circle, the circumference, the distance around was 659 or 650.97. We need to find the radius. So we take our formula. Circumference is 2 pi r. Okay? And now we plug in what we know and we find what we don't know. So I know circumference. I know C. 65.97 equals 2 pi r. Now, 2 pi is not a variable. It's a number, right? It's 3.14159 ... I'm not that guy who memorized it. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2 pi. So those are going to cancel. And I'm left with my radius, which according to my calculations was 10.5 about. Now from there, I double it to get, I'm sorry, the whole thing was looking for diameter. I double that to find diameter. So I get 21 meters is my diameter. All right, we'll do some more of this tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Have a good day.